Hello, beautiful human. Oh, and the birds came just then. Ah. It's November 4th, so 8 days after my awakening. And it's been a really intense week. And I feel like now I'm just starting to integrate and sort of come back to my center. Because I really went completely in one direction of just, oh, I'm just source. And God and the person is just a character and totally not real. But that's not exactly true. I am real. Here I am. Look, I have a body. I'm talking. I have a haircut. I have clothes. If I run around naked, other people would come and put me in jail. So obviously there's a person. But there is also something other than a person, which is presence, consciousness, spirit. I am both. I am both. So it seems like there's an integration coming. So in the first week, it was super intense, like beyond words. Like I was always just in this present state, and I would have to make an effort to be a person or do anything that had to involve using any parts of the ego structure of Sasha. Like if I wanted to be funny or interesting or do something that Sasha would do, it would seem like, okay, I can fake being this person, but it's not me. I was literally referring to myself in the third person. I was like, if somebody asked me a question, I'd be like, "Are you asking Sasha or are you asking me?" And they'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "I'm not Sasha. I'm consciousness." And I would be 100% serious, like looking at them like, "Who do you want to answer?" That's just where I was at. And so, of course, if you go around like that, people are going to think you're insane. So that wouldn't be a long-term strategy. So I'm real, and so what happened was basically like, as I just was the presence, the ego complex, you just become so aware of it. You know, this is what happened. I was 100. The presence was 100% aware of this. Hello, goodbye. Of this ego complex structure that was created, and it was kind of in a way not only being aware of it, but being aware of it kind of makes it dissolve. Because when you're not aware of it, you just are it. You think you're this person with problems, and people have to like you, and you can fail at things, and you can succeed at things, and you can be richer than other people, or poorer than other people, or you're too fat or too skinny, or fucking everything, all of it. It all belongs to the person. So when you realize you're not the person, all that stuff just drops away, and you're like, oh, well, that was all completely irrelevant. And it's hard to really identify as the person. But what I'm realizing, it's about integrating. I think this is what's happening now, is integrating the presence and the person. Because now, like, I walk around and I'm, but it's like the divineness presence is still there. It's there in the background, but I'm still able to function as a person. And people who know me will just, I mean, I've barely spoken to anyone except for the filming I've been doing and a couple of people around me, but I'm guessing if people just meet me that I know, haven't seen me in a while, they'll just say, "Oh, you seem a lot more calm. You don't talk as much. You're just more peaceful." Because there's no need for me now, knowing that I'm the presence, the consciousness, that I am also God. There's no need for me to do the things that Sasha would do to be liked. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to laugh at my jokes or think my clothes are cool or anything. There's nothing that I really need, because I am. I am does not have needs. It just is. So it's bringing that isness into the person and merging them together. So if I really, like at any point now, it's been 8 days, I can still just stop the thoughts and go back into the presence and just sit with it. And it's wonderful, but it's easy also to go and talk to people and do things and whatever. I can choose to be either or both. Yes, it's no longer overwhelming to be the person. It's okay. But for a while there, it was very difficult, actually. It was just overwhelming. It was like, what is this? So yes. So it's about remembering your divine nature and bringing it into your human experience. That is what we all must do. Remember and bring it in. And remind yourself that there is a reason that you came. You know, you came to remember, but then there must be some greater reason, right? Otherwise, why show up? At least I believe that. I think we all have a unique reason for being here. And so for me, the remembering was just, it's a big piece of it, but now it's like, now I had to do that. I had to go through this process to now help live my purpose, which is to remind everyone else that they're also all that is, that there's no separation between beings. And it's interesting that I'm waking up slowly in chunks so that I have a process and I can sort of piece together things. And then I believe, and as I integrate, then I know I'll get deeper and deeper and deeper. So this was just another step in my evolution. I was thinking that, hey, this is self-realization. I know I'm God. Boom, that's it. But again, it's an ego trap thinking that I'm enlightened, because who wants to say he's enlightened? It's the person. The person, Sasha, wants to say he's enlightened, so people think he's cool. But there is no Sasha. Not really. And the presence just is, you know. So the whole question goes out the window. I think the question is, how much presence are you living every single moment of your life, here and now, right now? How much are you here and now listening to this video? How much are you consciously breathing and being in your body? How much are you connected to the divine? How much love do you feel in your heart in every moment, in every breath? That is the practice of God realization. Not just one moment of, oh my fucking God, great. Well, I've had those moments before, but how will I then integrate this into life? What will I do with this? You know? And I think it's more, it's about the living and practicing it. And then I have noticed also, when I look in the mirror, I don't see really a person, I see consciousness. When I look at other people, I see consciousness in God. Not completely, but I definitely do. And I'm more loving to beings, and I have more love for others now. There's definitely shifts that are permanent that I've felt. Also, I would say, yes, I have a total understanding of how the universe works now. Being everything, I understand how the universe works. I'll talk about this more in separate videos, but yeah, this was just supposed to be an update as to where I'm at. So, and I know I'm ranting because there's not a planned video. It's my second channel, so I'm just fucking ranting, guys. It's about bringing this in. It's about bringing this in, integrating this truth, and bringing it into your life. It's about having absolute faith in the universe and the abundance. So, of course, I'm going to give more money now to people who genuinely need it, homeless people, because they're me. And I know the universe will just send me whatever I need. So I'm just a channel. So there's no hesitation now giving someone $5 or $10 or $20, because what's the difference? They're just myself, and money isn't real, and it just flows. So what's the difference? So yes, and just the absolute clarity when you realize that you're the divine in a human form. Just the clarity of purpose, because you realize actually you're doing the work of the divine. Sasha is just a character that I'm using to do God's work. So there's absolute clarity of what I'm going to do and what I need to do in every way, in every single way. It's all very clear. So that is amazing. That doesn't change. I just know. That's wonderful. What is changing is the level of presence I choose to experience in every moment. The amount of love, consciousness, how I treat people, how much I'm able to empathize. You know, the ego is still there making judgments. I see someone who's really fat. The other day there was a really fat person. I was in a sex shop filming a funny video, and kind of picking up broads, but in a funny way. And this woman just walks up and she goes, oh, there's a book with sex visions for fat people, and she's just like, oh, great, they got something for big people. And then part of me thought, the ego structure thought, well, why don't you stop being fat, and then you can read normal books like everyone else, and it'll be healthier for you, and you'll probably get laid a lot more. There was that thought, like, why are you fat? And then the other part of me immediately was like, no, this is just God. So what? This person isn't realized and doesn't respect their body and is massively overweight and probably will die of a heart attack in 5 years. They're still the same God as me. They just haven't realized it yet. But there's no difference. And so before, years ago, I would just be like, you're fucking fat. Now I'm like, okay, there's the ego having the thought of this person's fat, and there's the isness going, this is just God. And both are there. Both are there. But I'm aware now. I'm aware of the presence that I am, and I'm aware of the Sasha character that was created. And I think I'll do a separate video talking about the creation of the ego, because I understand now how it happens, I think, as well. Anyway, that's enough of a rant. I just wanted to do an update for you guys so you know that I haven't died. Oh yeah, also on day 6, which was November 2nd, I actually did really well for 6 days. I didn't eat any food. I only had water, and this is because there's so much energy coming in from the connection to the source. My body was rejecting food. I felt like I couldn't. And I felt pretty good. And on day 6, I felt some pretty weakness where, like, I know I could have gotten through it and shifted to full breatharianism, but my body was too weak and I couldn't go and film. So I had coconut water and some bone broth soup, and then I had 2 apples. Yesterday also I had some beef broth and some apples. And today I had some carrot juice in the morning. So I basically shifted into just only juices, coconut water, stuff like that. And if I want to have a little fruit, I'll have a little fruit. So I'll stay in like this up until my breatharian reset in Ecuador, and then after that, I probably will go for quite some time without anything except water and tea. But for now, this is good. I feel great. I feel really great. Man, that first glass of coconut water after 6 days of no food, woo! That was delicious. It's like unbelievable. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. So thanks, guys, for who are following the more detailed version of what the fuck's going on with me. I love you very much for being here, and I hope some of this helps in some way. Again, I'm just rambling and talking about my experience and what I'm going through. So thanks for being here. I hope some of it helps in some way. I love you, and you know this because you love me, and I'm you. So it's kind of even silly saying I love you, but I do. See you later, faggot.